problem is one that our nation has gotten itself into a financial hole, and we need to get out of it.
It is the most important issue facing our great country. We are going broke, and it's starting to accelerate, and we need to address it now.
And unless and until we get the electorate really asking questions about these fiscal issues, we're not going to see these things be resolved.
Everything's at stake. You can choose whatever it is you care about. Perhaps you care about national security, perhaps you care about health care, perhaps you care about curing disease. Whatever your issue is, there is not an issue that isn't somehow impacted by the economic stability of this great nation.
What we need to do is admit that we have a problem, and we need to make sure that everybody that's running for president has an answer on what they're going to do to provide the leadership to solve this problem.
The early states definitely have an outsized influence on who becomes president, and therefore they have an outsized influence on what that agenda ought to be. Some people, they look at the shape of New Hampshire and it looks like a funny triangle. To me, it looks like a megaphone, and that's what it ought to be.
New Hampshire obviously allows everyone access to the presidential wannabes, and there will be a lot of them this year. And it's not only access, it's literally the opportunity to talk as close as you and I are. That, it's a one-on-one opportunity.
We have seen this process work. In the early 90s, believe it or not, debt and deficit were an issue in the presidential campaign. I can tell you, every presidential candidate that came through New Hampshire was asked how they were going to balance the budget. And sure enough, we had a balanced budget before long.
This is the United States. We are, a can-do nation. We can do these kinds of things. But it's time for us to do it realistically. It's time for us to do it responsibly. It's time for us to do it together.
If we do this right, one person will start the lead, the rest will follow. And if that happens, then all our hard work will be well worth it.